Welcome to the Diary of Roxy Collins podcast. This serialised fictional podcast records the dating highs and lows of Roxy Collins, a 30-something single mother who is looking for love third time around. Roxy lives in a run-down rented house. She has 2 useless ex-partners and some wobbly bits on her thighs that no diet can eliminate. Can Roxy find someone to look after her and take on her 3 spirited children? The Diary of Roxy Collins is written and performed by Lucy Mitchell, author of the blog blondewritemore.com. The music is written and performed by David Mitchell. Here is today's diary entry.
Monday, 8:46 a.m. I'm staggering into my office carrying a gigantic bag of sweets, the obligatory post-holiday office gift, and crying out, "I'm back, everyone! I'm back!" Silence. No one has acknowledged the fact that I'm back at work after my holiday. Plonk sweets on desk and notice ladder in my posh glossy tights and seeping blood from painful blister on my ankle. This morning I had to totter at speed in my new stilettos to try and catch my bus. I'm just asking myself why I didn't cover my feet in plasters before leaving the house. Try to block out throbbing pain from foot. I am regretting getting carried away with an article I found on Facebook which claimed wearing giant stilettos makes you look slimmer. 8:47. I've received a heartwarming text from Matilda. She informs me that she hates her school, hates the fact that we now live in what she calls a rough area, hates me for not letting her live with her father, who she claims is loaded, and hates life in general. I'm also given a collection of devil-faced emojis. 8:49. Try to ignore the fact that I'm bathed in a light sweat from my journey into work, and there is pain emanating from my left wrist. Last week, I bought myself a new handbag. I opted for a tiny handbag, as the magazine article about the body slimming stilettos also advised minuscule accessories. I went home with my purchase and what can only be described as tiny handbag excitement. In a kind of euphoric high, I filled my tiny handbag with everything from my large handbag: makeup, headache tablets, hairbrush, tissues, phone, mints, body spray, emergency deodorant, spare pair of knickers, panty liners, book of positive thoughts, my diary, some keepsakes, and a toothbrush. Hey presto, a tiny but heavy handbag. 9:08. Just looking around at my office colleagues who have failed to notice my return from a week's camping holiday. Nobody has looked up from their screen or spoken to me. Okay, so I wasn't expecting a small crowd waving "Welcome back, Roxy" banners as I emerged from the lift. The managing director of the company clearing her diary and popping by my desk to ask me whether my holiday photos are on Facebook yet, as she's desperate to browse through them and make some thought-provoking comments. All I want is someone to acknowledge the fact that I'm back at work. I would be more than happy to accept one of the following greetings. "Hello, Roxy." Or, "Hey, Roxy, how was the holiday?" Or even, "Hey, Roxy, what was it like on your own in a tent with your 3 spirited," polite term for nightmare, "children?" I'm wondering whether this is like the film Sixth Sense and I've actually died. Perhaps my kids finished me off in the tent after I forced them to go without Wi-Fi for a week and I'm now struggling to pass over. Seriously, this office situation is giving me an early Monday morning complex. This is the last time I wrestle with a giant bag of sweets for this ungrateful office. 9:35. I'm busy shuffling a few bits of paper and a folder around my desk to give the impression that I'm bright-eyed and bushy-tailed on my return to work. In reality, I'm suffering from extreme physical and mental exhaustion after a week's camping holiday with my 3 children. Trying to put up a tent single-handedly in a violent gale, whilst my kids sat in the car and argued about crisp packet flavours, nearly sent me to an early grave. My attention turns to Martin, who sits opposite me. He's busy on the phone to his mother, confirming that he would like beef stew with extra dumplings for his tea. After 5 minutes of what I like to call mother trivia, where she tells him what he needs to collect from the supermarket on his way home from work: bleach, toilet roll, prunes, dates, cabbage, and some lavender-scented air freshener, he replaces the phone receiver and looks up at me. "Nice to have you back, Roxy," he says, giving me a sickly smile and flashing his yellow, stained teeth. I cannot believe Martin is the only person in this office to acknowledge the fact that I have not been here for the last 7 days. "Did you have a nice break?" he asks, reaching for his stapler. "Oh, I did. It was lovely, thanks," I reply, lying through my teeth. I notice Martin's eyes are homed into my orange fake-baked arms. "Did you have Mediterranean weather in Scarborough?" he asks. "It was warm," I say, once again lying through my teeth and making a mental note of 1 can of fake tan is more than enough for my arms. Martin smiles. "Whilst you're away, Marcus asked me to go for promotion. Has he said anything to you?" Martin's eyes resemble those of a snake we saw at the zoo on holiday. I don't answer him. My blood is boiling. Martin and I both know the career train is unlikely to be stopping at my station for some time. I am the wrong side of 30. I have 3 kids, 2 useless ex-partners. I regularly have to take time off to cover childcare. I've recently had personal issues after a messy relationship breakup. I'm considered noisy in the office. And I drunkenly snogged Marcus, our senior manager, over a photocopier at a Christmas party. 10:34. My phone bleeps. Oh, it's a message from Richard, the guy that I've been chatting to on my dating app. He looks stunning on his photo and reminds me of the Ken doll that I used to play Barbie weddings with as a child. Oh no, he doesn't want to date me as I have 3 kids and 2 ex-partners. He doesn't want anything complicated. What is complicated about my situation? I mean, we're all talking to each other. Well, just. 10:35. I'm blinking away hot, stinging tears and praying to God that my mascara doesn't decide to run. I don't think I'm ever going to find love. Pop a soothing mint and ask Google to tell me the chances of a 30-something single mother of 3 children with 2 ex-partners finding love again. Google fails to give me an answer. That's it. I am undateable. More tears are welling up inside my eyes. I'm doing well to contain them, as I don't like the office knowing my business. I watch Martin rise from his chair and creep off to a meeting. Receive personal call from Great Aunt Vera. She's 89 and getting used to a new nursing home. Her old nursing home asked her to leave, but nobody knows why. "Roxy," she yells down the phone. Great Aunt Vera hates hearing aids. "I was just telling my new friend Ivy about you. I told her you were getting desperate for a man." My neck and shoulders stiffen. "I'm not getting desperate for a man, Great Aunt Vera," I snap, noticing a couple of office colleagues raise their heads in my direction. "Ivy wants to know whether you've tried online dating. Her grandson was desperate like you. He had a few online dates with a woman from the southeast. He's now engaged and they have a baby on the way." "I'm giving it a try," I mumble. "What did you say?" shrieks Great Aunt Vera, making my ears hurt. "I am giving online dating a try," I snap, noticing more raised heads from my colleagues. I've also just caught sight of Marcus grimacing at me by the office recycling bins. "How is that wild daughter of yours?" asked Great Aunt Vera. "Matilda is 16 and is not wild," I say, picturing my daughter in a white angel outfit with huge wings and a sugary sweet expression on her face. I hear Great Aunt Vera shriek down the phone. "You do make your old aunt laugh, Roxy. I've got to go and have my meds. Bye." "Goodbye, Great Aunt Vera," I say and replace the phone set, hoping that no one heard my conversation. 11:02. Martin returns from his meeting. I try to look busy. This involves stapling some random bits of paper whilst looking thoughtful at something on my computer screen. "Marcus says he wants you to work on this project," instructs Martin, handing me a pile of papers, which makes me let out a groan. "What does he want me to do?" I say, shaking my head in dismay. "He wants a report on his desk by the end of the day," informs Martin. "But it's my first day back after holiday," I whimper. Martin grins. 11:57. Receive personal call from an upset best friend, Shaz. "He's dumped me, Roxy," she wails loudly. "What? The postman has dumped you?" I exclaim, watching Martin raise his black monobrow at me. He says, "Every call in the office should be work-related and not personal, Roxy." The calls he makes to his mother every morning from his desk are not counted as they are different. I have checked. Shaz continues, "The postman is now saying a girl from the posh housing estate. He doesn't want to see me anymore. How can he do this?" I hear her snivel. "Forget him, Shaz," I say. "I can't, Roxy," she wails. "Look, walk away and be thankful you've not got carried away with this one. You moved to the other end of the country for the last scumbag, and then you had to move all the way back again when it all went wrong 2.5 weeks later." "Oh, Roxy, I gave up my job in the bakery so that I could be there for the postman when he was on his parcel delivery shift," Shaz says. "Oh, Shaz, what did you do that for?" I shriek, making Martin drop his pencil on the floor. I'm now waving frantically at Martin. He is rising from his desk with a plastic drinks tray in his hand. I need a coffee. Sometimes I wonder why I get so desperate for machine-generated, bitter-tasting coffee which will stain my teeth and ruin my breath for hours. "I can't forget about the postman," says Shaz, before snorting loudly down the phone. My mobile is bleeping. Oh, it's a text from Matilda, apologising for her earlier outburst. She doesn't hate me. In fact, she loves me very much and has even added a couple of heart emojis. At the end of the text, she asks whether she can go out on Saturday night with her new sixth form boyfriend who has a car. Oh, I can't type no fast enough. Quickly, I press send and try to soothe my anxious heart. I then realise Shaz is still sobbing down the phone. "Walk away from the postman and don't look back," I say, turning to face Martin as he returns with my coffee. My phone bleeps again. Oh, it's another text from Matilda. She hates me. No emojis. Shaz sniffs loudly down the phone before saying, "He's made too many deliveries, Roxy. I'm pregnant." "Oh, Shaz," I say, reaching over to my giant bag of sweets, which no one has thanked me for. While Shaz sobs, I rip it open and stuff a handful into my mouth, and I also give Martin a filthy look as he points at the pile of papers on my desk. It's going to be a long day.